Well, the United States Justice Department is promising to protect people who are seeking an abortion in Texas. This in response to the state's new abortion law, banning most abortions at about 6 weeks of pregnancy. So joining us live to talk more about this, to find out if there are any options, is Josh Blackman, professor at South Texas College of Law. Good morning to you, Josh. Thank you for joining us here on Houston's Morning Show. I know we've been talking a lot about this the past few weeks. It's a lot of people just trying to figure out what's happening with this. Right now, the Biden administration says it's exploring options. Can you give us an idea of what those might be?
Well, perhaps the easiest option would be if people are physically obstructing people from entering clinics. So imagine you have someone standing outside of a clinic blocking access. That's a very easy option to stop. But at present, clinics in Texas are not performing abortions. So that's a little bit less likely. The bigger option would be if the United States government actually sues Texas to stop this law.
Okay, so if that were to happen, we know that things in the courtroom don't move quickly. How long are you seeing something like this to happen before a new decision would actually be made?
It could take weeks, it could take months. And indeed, it isn't even clear that the United States could sue the entire state of Texas to stop this. Usually they sue the governor or the attorney general, but we know well with this law that those people have no role in enforcing the case. So this is a very unique thing. I don't think the United States could meaningfully sue Texas to stop this law.
All right, now let's talk about rape victims, because from what we're hearing from different advocates across the state as well as the country, that seems to be a very big concern, because certainly advocates are hoping that they will have more of an option for a woman who's been in a really tough situation. Do you see that changing even more quickly than anything else, or would all of the new decisions be at about the same time?
Well, I think we have to keep in mind that as of today, Roe v. Wade is still good law. And even though the law itself says abortions are not permitted even in cases of rape, Roe is still a backstop. So I think what we're going to have is people still able to perform those abortions, although they may not make as big of a deal about them. I think those are still permissible, but there's still a risk in performing them.
What do you foresee as far as the law is concerned of someone who is feeling desperate in this situation? Do you see them going out of state? Do you think that there will be illegal clinics going on? I mean, what has history said about things that happened like this in the past?
I've read that the various clinics in Texas are arranging travel out of state, and I don't know if that option's ideal, but I think that's probably what will end up happening. I think women will find a way to get these, even if the clinics in Texas are not performing them.
We've also heard of some major cities like Portland saying that they want to ban any trade through Texas, and that they're encouraging other states and cities to do that. Do you foresee anything like that moving forward?
Well, a number of states already block official travel to Texas. For example, California does not allow travel to any state that has certain laws affecting LGBT rights. So Texas is on that list. So it's almost like an internal travel ban, if you think about it. California also won't spend money on Texas conferences and the like. So I think we've seen this before. I'm not sure how effective it is, but I think we'll probably see this sort of retaliation.
All right, Professor Blackman, thank you. We know it's a hot button issue. It affects a lot of people. We know people's opinions are certainly really strong about this one. So thank you just walking us through as far as legal ramifications, how all of that affects this situation. Good to talk to you today.
Thank you.